how do I try to word this? It's pretty good sticking to a goal and doing things that are like out of your comfort zone, because I'm not gonna lie, it was a hella inconvenience to try and sell things online, especially when you are trying to live your life. Because it takes a lot of time replying and responding to like 80 people. It's just exhausting. But just do it. Do it. If you are trying to save money, any dollar is a dollar. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about how much moolah I made selling my stuff that's lying around online. I don't really use or have much stuff, or I try not to. But the things that were kind of lying around, I did decide to just, you know, put it online and see what happens. So through the process, I literally just took one day of my life. It took me about 2 to 3 hours. I found anything that was lying in my cupboard. I took some photos of it. I went through all my drawers, dumped it all out, and went through everything. And I noticed that I had a few electronic devices I hadn't seen in a while that was gathering some dust on it. I also found dresses and clothing and outfits that either one, I had never worn, or two, I can't fit into anymore because, you know, when you turn 30 and you eat chocolate for breakfast, lunch and dinner, it kind of catches up to you after a while. So I can't fit into my clothes at a size 8 anymore. So I thought, be gone with it, sell it online, see how we go. And that's basically what I did. So I had an old iPhone 6 Plus, and it was 125 gigs. That was sitting in my cupboard for maybe a year and a half. I put it up for $200 because I didn't even know if it still worked. I did say that it doesn't come with a charger. The charger I had was one of those like cheap chargers that I had purchased, I think somewhere around the world when I forgot my charger when I used to fly. So I popped it online. Kid you not, as soon as I put it up there, I had messages for days. I think I had 20 messages in the space of half an hour. So I guess Apple products themselves sell very quickly online, especially I guess at a cheaper price. I'm not sure. The person who was the most interested was a guy who wanted to know the percentage, like, you know, the life percentage. I sent it to him as well as popped it online, and so the iPhone actually sold for 150. The reason was because the battery percentage was quite low. I did state that you would probably need to replace the battery, and the person that picked it up was like, okay, I'll offer you 150. So he paid me 150. I was happy with that. Another thing that I actually popped online was an e-reader, an old e-reader that I had for maybe 5 years. I had not turned this thing on in so long, so I decided to charge it as well, see if it still worked, and it worked. Someone instantly messaged me and said, can you take a photo of the model? So I turned it on, took a photo of, there's like a description page within the e-reader of the actual model, the battery life, all that sort of stuff, and I took a photo, I sent it to him, and he was like, great, I'll pick it up this evening at 8 o'clock. And the guy came to pick up the e-reader, he turned it on, handed me $50, no negotiation whatsoever, which was easy, and then that was done. The next item to sell was actually a very sexy mesh top. It was a top that it was a bodysuit. It was lace, and I couldn't wear it because it was quite revealing and quite, you know. So I thought, you know what, I like the idea of owning one, but I actually never wore it. So I did try, I had tried it on, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna sell it. I can't really fit into it anymore anyway. Surprisingly, that sold instantly. The person who picked it up, she literally picked it up the following morning at 3 or 4 in the morning, but it was the only way we could kind of mitigate our timetables. It looks so dodgy doing a transaction at 4 o'clock in the morning, like in a dark street, but hey, I'll do anything that's required to make a buck. All the clothes that I popped online were all just sold for $10. I garnered a lot of attractions for the jumpsuits I had. I had like a strapless shorts type jumpsuit that sold pretty quickly. and the person who picked that up was actually a male, a tradie. The next person who purchased something was my long orange jumpsuit that I sold, because once again, I am a shift worker. It was quite hard to kind of mitigate how we were going to meet up, and she actually came and picked it up from my workplace. So she came in, she picked it up, she was lovely, and as soon as she got home, she tried it on, she said it fit like a glove, and I was so happy because it's not a forgiving type of jumpsuit. There were things that didn't sell, so I had like a big lampshade that I had purchased. We had receipts, it was still in the packaging. There were a few inquiries with the lampshade, but I wasn't able to sell it. Other things that I did try and sell were like adapters and things, but I think because a lot of people aren't traveling at the moment, no one's really looking for an adapter. So I've kept those. The Apple products, I had, once again, a few people contact me, but because I live in central Sydney, a lot of people who were contacting me lived far out west or southwest. So the commute for them wasn't really ideally worth an item that was going to be purchased for $10. So yeah. Let's count together and see how much I have made, because I actually haven't counted how much I made, so let's go. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This was for layered jumpsuit, the play suit. This was for one of the other, the long play suit that I had. This is for the shorts and strapless play suit. This was for the e-reader, and this was for my old iPhone. So in total, I have made $230 by selling all my stuff that I have lying around that I don't even need or use online. I'm really happy with that, considering, like I said, I don't actually have much stuff. This will go towards my savings. What I would suggest for people who are selling things online is try and secure a transaction as soon as possible. However, people are not reliable as well. Posting your items on all platforms, I would not suggest that. Instead, I would move your items from one platform to another once, you know, any interest has dried up. I personally don't really use social media that much anymore, so I actually don't have Facebook and I don't have Instagram, but I did reactivate my Facebook purely so I can use the marketplace function, and I had posted all my stuff on there. Anything that didn't sell on there, I then closed and removed all the items from there and then moved it on to Gumtree. I know there are multiple different sites out there that you can sell stuff. Things that didn't sell, I'm not too fussed about either. Once again, I will utilize them as is because I don't really have that much dressy clothes anyway. The electronic stuff that I did have, like I said, it was just more of the wires and the connectors and the adapters and things like that that I had left over. I am a traveler and I will use them regardless, so they're not necessarily items that I don't need, but there were things that if I got rid of them, I got rid of them. I didn't mind. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm really happy with making, you know, the money that I did make. Making $230 from literally just taking the time out to sell things online. I'm really, really happy with that. I have not had any issues from the people that I had sold to. They seemed really happy with my items, so it was really good. The thing that I would suggest as well is that be very transparent in your descriptions when you are trying to sell things so people don't feel like they've been cheated. I think a lot of people aren't too fussed as well, and that it's like $10. Do you know what I mean? And that's the exact same thing that I did with my iPhone. Obviously, it's a bit more cheaper than the resale value that some people might potentially get for their old iPhone. There were only a few scratches. I actually took really good care of that phone. Never once cracked the screen. Everything was still in original condition. The only thing was like the battery life would die very quickly. I had used it for 4 years, 4.5-ish years, and I put that in the description as well. It wasn't going to come with a charger. I still had the original box for it, but that was basically it. So having as much in your description as possible makes the buyer comfortable with approaching you, and being responsive, sending the information that you need as quickly as possible will kind of guarantee a sale for you. So I'm really happy. This is going towards what I've sold. If there is any additions, I will add it in the description bar below, but at this stage, this is how much I've made, and I will see you in my next video.